safe space for everyone else and start being the safe space for your own self. Good morning. It is day 6.
Wow.
Okay, so it's day 6 of my 30-day consistency challenge, where I'm just kind of being consistent for me, for myself, and 30 days before my birthday. But now we are day 6, and so 24 days until my birthday. Again, no big plans for my birthday. No even thought of plans for my birthday. This was just something that I wanted to do for myself. But anyway, day 5. Oh my. Day 5 was quite the interesting one, I might say, because day 5, it was a struggle. Again, I couldn't get up and run to the bathroom every 2 seconds at work. I had a full day of, just in meetings all day. Okay, so I was in that all day. Couldn't just be like, excuse me, bladder's going. So I had to try to sip water throughout the day. Not enough water. So I'm going to say that already. I did not get enough water yesterday. And then by the time that I did get out of work, it was already the next day. It was time to go back. It was just already like 6:26, almost 6:30. By the time I got home, it was close to 7, if not like 6:50. No, like 7, literally 7 o'clock. And so I had to just throw on my clothes, go for a like super short walk. It was only a little, like a mile and a half, 2 miles. I don't even think I hit the 2-mile mark. But I did get 10,000 steps, so that's a good thing, right? And I just went to walk, like I only did like a mile, 1.8, 1.9, not yet 2 miles. And that's all that I could do because I needed to still go visit with my dad and just check on him. And that's really all that I could do. I mean, I'm not upset about it, but it is what it is. And sometimes with jobs, this particular, it gets tough. Okay, so we're gonna try again today, but again, it's gonna be a jam-packed day. Again, I'm hoping that it's not. I'm praying that, hey, can I have a little breather? And this is why I feel like self-care days are important. I'm only coming to this realization as I go through this because I need to breathe sometimes. I need those moments of, can I take a breath? I need just quiet. I need peace. I need nobody calling my phone. I need nobody texting, nobody emailing, like everything off, and let me just be. Sometimes I want to just be, and I don't think that I've given myself enough opportunity to just be, and even just taking care of me. And that's kind of what this consistency challenge is, taking care of me, because I've been so busy taking care of everybody else. Hopefully, prayerfully, that it continues beyond that, because I'm seeing more and more that it's much needed, because I have put everyone else at the forefront and myself at the back burner. It's so unfair and so interesting that you don't realize it, but again, there are other responsibilities that I'm required to take care of. So parenting a parent wasn't on my bingo card. But whose card is it on, right? So it is what it is. It's my lot in life, and that's what I'm taking it and going with it and trusting that God, is in the midst of everything, and he sees and knows, and it is what it is. And that he will keep me during this season, during this time, and sustain me. And I thank him for the financial status, the ability to take care of my dad in the way that I do. And I'm just praying for more, because I know in other situations I wouldn't have been able to do this. I wouldn't have been able to provide for him in a way of, and having someone come in and make sure that he is taken care of. So I am grateful for that. I'm grateful for the finances that allow me to do that. Yes, I could be using that money for something else. And that's just a long story, or probably never a day. But I do have half siblings in this situation. But anywho, another story for another day. I thank God for what he has given me and allowed me to do. I am my mother's only child, so I primarily operate like an only child, and kind of feels like I was my father's only child, or I don't know. Anywho, so day 6, I am looking forward to the day. I don't know what it will bring. I know that it's like I have a lot of work on my plate today. I wish it was an easy Friday, and I wish it was just like how Fridays you just want to take it easy at work and kind of like let me get stuff done, prep for the next week and whatnot. It's just not going to be that kind of day. I wish that it was, but it just isn't. So such is life, and we move forward. But I've had my Metamucil mix this morning, so I've had that, and I've had my 1 bottle of water. I might try to get half of another bottle on my way into work, but I don't know. Again, as soon as I get there, it's go time. So such is life, such is my life. But we shall see what the day brings. Hopefully I can get some more water than yesterday in, and I likely can once I get to the afternoon, because it's Friday. I will probably be up later this evening, so if I have to go to the restroom throughout the night, there will be that. However, I'm hoping that maybe things will clear up for me earlier in the day and I can move forward. But anywho, let's get this day started. The spirited portion of me has kind of dissipated for the week, but that's okay. Because tomorrow's a new day. Tomorrow is Saturday, so sometimes Saturdays bring out the best in us. Fridays, they got you beat down. But that's the interesting part, is that because I worked 3 days this week and I'm still so exhausted. So there's that. But we're gonna make the best of the situation. I have some time before I need to go see my dad, so I'm gonna go and do my walk. I'm just gonna be like what I can do. I'm not gonna try to be like, oh, you have to like really overdo it. No, I made it out. I'm gonna go do it, and then after that I will come home. I'll go see my dad, come home and rest and sleep. Tomorrow there will be no alarm set, so I'll just let my body naturally wake when it wants to wake and be accepting of that. So here we go to walk. I will probably get, I'll check back in during my walk, tell you how I'm feeling. I can kind of give you an idea of how I may feel, but I'm going to try. The goal, I'm going to shoot for 2 miles, okay? The goal is going to be 2 miles. We'll see. Maybe I'll get out there and I'll just feel like this whole new sense of self. Maybe. Or maybe not. It is what it is, but I'm glad I'm going, as opposed to just staying at home and not doing anything. I'm still gonna go to see my dad, so there would have been that, but I could have just continued to watch Sweet Magnolias, I think that's what it's called. Watching that on Netflix. I haven't watched all the episodes. I haven't watched the latest season, but I'm watching the old season 4, just to get a refresher. Because I want to just jump into season 5. I want to refresh my recollection, and so that I'm ready to kind of sit down and get into it. I don't want to be like, oh, what happened? So that's what I'm going to be doing probably later on today. Maybe working on editing a video, because man, I didn't know editing was so difficult, especially for somebody who doesn't really know what they're doing. Just kind of doing it. So I'm kind of winging it these days. Just kind of winging it and seeing what it brings. So these are the results of my winging it. I know I was looking at a lot of when I look at TikTok and things like that. Have you guys watched I Will Find You? And everybody's been asking me about that, and I'm like, oh, I watched it last week. I watched it a day, and I just didn't talk about it because I watch a lot of shows and I just don't talk about them. But I think they're so good, and then I have nobody wants to talk. Nobody in my day-to-day life wants to talk to me about them. So maybe I can share them with you guys, and maybe you all will like the shows. But I Will Find You was really good. It had some twists and turns that I was kind of like, oh, okay. I didn't see, or you wanted to guess and you didn't fully guess until you got to the end. And you're like, oh, that's what's up. And then still at the end, they give you a little sprinkle of, oh, okay, I didn't see that one coming. So you just need to go watch it. It's about a father who has been imprisoned for murdering his son, a brutal murder of his son, and he's in prison, and come to find out his son may still be alive, and he begins on that journey. But of course you gotta get out of prison, right? So you gotta go through that process, and he's on a journey to find out if that's his son, and if it is his son, he about to find his son. Okay, it's Harlan somebody. I know that's somebody that most people are really into. I don't know, I probably was watching something and they were like, oh, this one's really good, or this one just came out, so that's why I watched that, and I really enjoyed it. And I liked the little sprinkles of extraness to it, things that you didn't see coming. So I thought that was a good aspect of it. So if you need something to watch and you haven't seen it, go watch I Will Find You on Netflix. That's really, really good. There's some others that I've been watching. Now I'm always going to be my Real Housewives. I know the reunion's coming up. Nobody talks to me about the Real Housewives. Rude! But I love the Real Housewives of Atlanta. So I know that season's coming up. I know people don't like Shamia, or like are having difficulties with Shamia, but I kind of feel like Shamia, she's misunderstood, and she's also trying too hard. I feel like if she were to be herself and just be herself and just take me as I am or don't, she'd have a different situation if she would just literally be herself. Not run behind Portia's coattails, nothing like that. Just be who you are, because I feel like she's a little bit goofy. But be goofy, because people like goofy. K. Michelle, really do, I like her, but she do be carrying on a little bit. I'm like, K. Michelle now, girl. I didn't know. I think she's really a beautiful woman. And I don't know that she realizes how truly beautiful that she is. So that's always interesting to me. Portia, we know Portia's beautiful. Portia knows Portia's beautiful. I feel Portia easily has people eating out the palm of her hands, and she knows that she's capable of doing that. She's a fellow Cancer, but I don't be having people eat out of the palm of my hand. I wish I did, but I mean, if you look like Portia, you know, built however she was built, like however she got to her build right now, who cares? Because that's why people be eating out the palm of Portia's hand. Male, female, everything in between, okay? So I get it. I mean, if you look like Portia, if I look like Portia, ooh, they couldn't stop me, okay? Phaedra, love Phaedra. Even though they say that she doesn't have a very good storyline. Cynthia really did come through this season though. I was like, okay, Cynthia, she's like a mentor, she gives auntie, but like a glam auntie. Like Cynthia's very much so the glam auntie, but she's got a little razzle dazzle to her, like a lot of razzle dazzle, like in the things that she does and how she conducts herself during the season. And she's gonna check people, and she's gonna be like, oh, wait, you're not gonna be talking to me that kind of way. So I think overall it was good. Pinky, Kelly, Drew looks fabulous this season, okay? I don't know if because of her friendship with Portia, like Portia gave her some tips or gave her doctors or whomever to go to, but she looks fabulous. She looks so pretty. Like, she's always been a pretty girl, but she just upped it. I was like, girl, let me know some people, because you look really cute. Like, she's really come along. Like, she's always been quirky and whatnot, but she took it up a notch. I'm happy for her. I'll still be side-eyeing Drew. I don't care. She gets on my nerves most of the time, and I understand why others get a little perturbed by her. But Drew just gonna be Drew at the end of the day. But we're gonna get into the walk. And here it goes, guys. Here we go. Okay, so we made it back for day 6. We are gonna get, I don't know how much of a walk in, but we'll get something in. Again, not a very spirited walk, just a walk. but it's getting done nonetheless, right? So here it is. Okay, so I finished my 2-mile walk. I feel okay for having done it. I feel like, okay, you did something. That's all I got for you. Like, okay, you did it. That's the thing. I wanted to remain consistent, so I did. And I did my little 2 miles. It's already, you can see the sun is getting ready to set and whatnot. So I was kind of like, okay, slower pace, chill mood. My music was okay, like it wasn't too over the top. And I just used it as a time to just kind of try to de-stress for the day. It wasn't like, oh, you gotta burn 10,000 calories. No, it was just get some steps in, get a stroll in, take some time for yourself this evening, even though it is, maybe not ideal. It was helpful to me. It's helpful in my consistency journey just to kind of get out and just, so it felt good to kind of like, okay, just get out there, take a moment, take your moment, and kind of think about your week, what you look forward to this weekend. One of the main things I'm looking forward to is sleeping. I know that sounds crazy, but I'm on this sleep kick right now. I feel like now that I am getting an idea of what it is like to get more hours of sleep and realizing how much I was depleting myself of sleep and denying myself sleep because I was so busy trying to focus on everyone else. And I saw a quote today and it was like, stop trying to be the safe space for everyone else and start being the safe space for your own self. It was something along those lines, right? And I was listening and I was like, gee, that is so true. It can always be someone else's safe space. I am a rescuer naturally. I gotta rescue somebody. I gotta help somebody. They need me. Let me go help. And I've spent so much of my time helping others and making sure that others are okay, making sure that if they need me, I'm there. If they need something, I'm gonna go above and beyond and try to get that for them, that I have spent so much time focused on other people. I have neglected myself and don't really have a true idea of what it is like to care for myself, to protect myself, to be that own safe place for myself. So I'm slowly but surely coming to that realization, you don't have to save everybody. And honestly, some of the people that I've tried to save never wanted to be saved. They didn't want this, they wanted this, whatever was going to save them in that moment, like whether it be a monetary thing that they received or get them out of a bind, using my connections, my network, whatever, my knowledge, my skills to get them out of a bind in that moment. However, they wanted to remain in the same cycle. They never wanted to be saved. So I've just come to the realization that, hey, you've been so worried about everybody else, you forgot about you. So it's just been slowly but surely, I'm making myself the focus and trying to keep myself at the forefront of the focus more so. I'm not even close to having achieved that, but I'm working towards it and at least trying to be more cognizant of it, more aware of it. Like, okay, no, you can't do this when it comes to somebody else. You need to worry about you. You don't need to worry about them. Let them figure it out, because at the end of the day, they usually figure it out anyway, and it's usually something ridiculous or tumultuous that happens to them, and I have nothing. I've kind of like stepped back. I'm not in it, and I really enjoy that space now. I don't really care what you're doing, honestly. Do what you need to do for yourself, but as for me, it's gonna be me, myself, and I know I've said that a lot in my life, but I never truly embodied that. I never truly took that on, and because I didn't, I was trying to save everybody. And when people don't want to be saved, there is absolutely nothing that you can do for them. And I want to be saved. I want a safe space. I want that level of protection, that level of comfort, knowing that there is security. And I want to be that for myself, because at the end of the day, you really don't have anybody but yourself anyway. So I want to be that for myself. And I kind of just took some time. That's why I went for that walk, because I felt like it was an opportunity for me to be like, no, you're not just gonna sit at home and watch TV, which I really wanted to do, and have a snack. No, get up and do something just for a little bit, get a little bit of movement in. And that's what I did. And I'm glad that I did that.